Today I am trying viral cake mix hacks. We are gonna turn regular old cake mix into a bunch of different fun, special things that strangers on the internet told me would work. I don't know if it's gonna work, we're gonna find out today. We're gonna find out which cake mix hacks are worth the viral hype and which cake mix hacks should be cake nixed. I'm really excited for this one. I think I'm most interested and excited for the cake mix cinnamon rolls. So stay tuned for the end of the video for that one. The thing I'm most nervous about is dump cake, which we're gonna start with. Doesn't sound great, but we're gonna try it.
Watch this. Start with fruit, dump on your favorite cake mix, and finish with a can of soda.
Our first clip is from B. Dylan Hollis. I love this guy. We should have him on the channel.
The dump cake from '68. So post-World War II saw the invention of the cake mix, but for some Americans that was still too much work. And so the dump cake was invented.
Okay, so what this guy's doing is really simple. He takes a can of pie filling, pre-made of course. He takes a box of cake mix and then melts down some butter, pours it over everything. It's like the easiest recipe, and apparently this is supposed to bake. I don't really get how they're not even mixing things around. There's like chunks of raw cake batter on this. Let's give it a try. Oh no, do I not have a can opener? Actually, this might be a good TikTok hack. How to open can without a can opener.
You want to see a really cool and safe way to open a can without a can opener? So what I'm doing is just grinding down.
Okay, they told me if I rub this on cement, would you be able to bring over a can opener? Okay, I just needed it to open a can and then you can take it back with you. Okay, thanks so much. Okay, my brother's coming to save the day. Oh my God, thank you. Okay, so the guy online tells me to grease the pan, which I don't fully understand because we're putting like fruit at the bottom, but I'm gonna do what I'm told. On my last TikTok hack video, y'all were mad because I didn't make the cinnamon rolls the way the woman made them, and everyone got mad at me in the comments. So here's the thing, he uses one 20-ounce can, but the thing is, I want kind of a mix of cherry and blackberry. Is that allowed? My channel, my rules. So I'm gonna do a half a can of each. And look at, oh my God, my can opener. Thank you to Brother Cakes for bringing over a can opener. I'm a baker without a can opener. Cherry. This is kind of vile. Oops. You know what, I'm using 2 cans, whatever. Hey, listen, I'm a growing boy, okay? I need 2 cans. Let's give it the old mixeroo. I don't understand canning. Can someone explain canning to me? You know, like the like homesteaders who like can and are prepping for an apocalypse. Yo, if there was an apocalypse, I'd be so screwed. All I have in my pantry is, this is my current pantry. I'd be doomed. So next, they take a box of cake mix. And because Pillsbury has the most quantity in their boxes out of all of the brands that I have, I'm gonna use Pillsbury because we have a lot of ground to cover on this one. I don't get this, but he just raw dogs it on top. So I guess that's what I'm gonna do. I'm sorry. I don't get this. I'm like doing nothing, you guys. So I have this melted butter, which seems like an excessive amount of butter. It's 2 sticks. Listen, I'm just following TikTok, okay? When in doubt, listen to the people on TikTok. All right, we're gonna take this cup of butter and just pour it over. I don't get this, but we're gonna pour it over. I'm going with it. I'm letting go and letting God. Do you guys believe in God? Let me know in the comments. And then there's just like cake batter just like popping out like Mount Vesuvius. All right, let's get our dump on. Getting our dump on. He's telling me to bake this for like 50 minutes at 375. It seems crazy, but I'm gonna listen. You can't tell me I didn't do what I was told.
One eternity later.
All right, dump cake. No, more like done cake. Wow. We're gonna cut ourselves a little slice. It's kind of like a cobbler. Okay. Honey, she's giving cobbler. I'm sorry, can we just talk about this? Like, some of it is cooked up nicely and like golden brown, but like, look at this. Look at this chunk of just raw cake mix that just like hasn't incorporated. Because you can't mix it or else it's no longer a dump cake. So visually, this isn't looking great. It looks kind of like a trough of pig slop, like something you'd feed your pet pig on their birthday. But it smells delicious and it smells caramelized. The cake mix has gone beyond just like a little golden brown, and it's actually like the sugars in it, I believe, have cooked. So it smells almost like a toffee, which is unexpected. All right, let's get a bite. Y'all, I have to eat my words. This is exceptional. Oh yeah. The cake mix and the sugar in the cake mix has caramelized, so it almost tastes like a caramel cobbler. It's so tasty. I can't believe that's a box cake mix with canned berries. I have very few notes. It's really good. The only issue, because of the way we are told to prepare this, you're gonna get lumps and bumps of like raw cake mix just like baking on its own, which is odd. I guess I could have done a better job of drizzling the butter over it. I gotta give this an A though. This is outstanding. Yo, where has dump been all my life? I gotta start dumping. I ate that whole plate. What's your favorite cake mix flavor? I love strawberry cake. There's something about strawberry cake from the box that just feels nostalgic to me. Like, it doesn't actually taste like strawberries, but I kind of like the flavor that it is. My least favorite cake flavor, carrot cake. I'm just not a carrot cake kind of guy. Okay, moving on to our next hack. We are going to make cookies out of cake mix. Okay, so this woman takes a box of cake mix, a half cup of sugar, butter, a little bit of flour, 2 eggs, and vanilla, and sort of combines everything in a stand mixer. This seems like a lot of ingredients. Like at this point, it's like, why not just make cookies homemade? So the first thing she says to do is to cream together a half a cup of butter, which is a stick, and a half a cup of granulated sugar. Now you may be wondering, why do we cream butter and sugar at the beginning of a recipe or beginning of a lot of recipes? It's because you want to add air into your recipe so that you have a light, moist, fluffy cake, and in this case, a light, fluffy cookie. I like to cream for like 5 minutes, but you can cream for as long or as little as you want. Okay, so into this bowl of our cream, butter, and sugar, I'm gonna add 3/4 cup of flour. I'm gonna add 2 eggs, obviously the cake mix packet, and a healthy dash of vanilla. Okay, so this is not getting pink. It's not pinkifying. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna beat this on my KitchenAid because my hand, I'm weak. There we go. Okay, it's obvious that the reason, some scientific thing is happening here. It must be that when the mix gets hydrated, it turns pink, and because there's no water or oil or milk in this recipe, it's just not that hydrated. But that's okay, it's a light sort of blush pink. It kind of looks like pink slime. Okay, so the woman on that TikTok makes these big old cookies. So what I like to do, because I'm an annoying baker and I'm a perfectionist, I like to weigh out my dough for these situations so I get uniform sizes. You don't need to do this. Like, that's ridiculous. I want to do like 3 ounces, I think. This pan only fits 6 big cookies, but I would probably be able to make another 3 cookies out of this batter. So let's say it makes 9 cookies. Yo, cake mix has shrunk down. Cake mix is the standard size used to be like up to 18 ounces. Now, Betty Crocker is down to 13.25 and they haven't changed the ingredients. So you're still adding the same amount of eggs. Also, Pillsbury has 15.25. So Pillsbury is 2 ounces more than Betty Crocker. Look how cute. The woman online tells me 11 minutes, so I'm gonna trust her. Let's check on our cookies. Ooh, perfect. Okay, now these baked up pretty uniform. If your cookies are a little wonky, you can take a round cutter, a biscuit cutter, and makes for a more uniform round cookie. Do you see this one? See how it juts out here? You go like that? So that's a little hack for y'all at home. I feel like these cookies are giving very much crumble. If these taste just as good as crumble, they'll be like half the price and like triple the amount. Is this how crumble makes our cookies? Okay, I've let the cookies cool down. I'm loving it. Crispy bottom, crispy top, but I can feel that they're like still like fluffy and light, and I think they're gonna be ooey and gooey inside. I'm gonna take some store-bought frosting and frost a couple of them because it really is giving crumble. I'm gonna eat the one without frosting first. That's fabulous. Oh yeah, y'all, that tastes like a crumble cookie. Whoa, yeah. Oh, that's delicious. Try these. These are great. I'm gonna give this an A. I kind of want to give it an A+. I'll give it an A because cake mix just has that slightly like unnatural chemical-y flavor, so you can get a little bit of that, but I actually prefer this to strawberry box cake. Like, the cookie is so much more satisfying. texturally. Great hack.
Today's video is sponsored by Upside, the free app that gets you cash back on gas, groceries, and dining, the three things that are draining your wallet, or at least draining my wallet. With over 100,000 participating locations, cashback opportunities are all over the place, places you already go. The cool thing about Upside is it gives you cash back. So you're not getting credits that expire, points you're never gonna use. It's cash that can be transferred to your bank account. Here's how it works. You open the Upside app, you claim an offer, you pay with a card like you normally do, and then you get cash back. You can earn up to 3 times the cash back compared to loyalty programs or credit card points alone. The thing I use Upside most for is gasoline. I know it's very expensive out there right now, so whenever I go to fill up my tank, I will open the Upside app, see what the offers are available, and use them. Also, I'm a baker, so I'm always shopping, also getting groceries. I can use Upside for that as well. To find out how much you can earn, download the free Upside app at the link below and get an extra $10 cash back on your first grocery or restaurant purchase. That's an extra $10 cash back on your first grocery or restaurant purchase using code JONNYCAKES.
Okay, so this is crazy. You can make donuts out of cake mix. I guess they're cake donuts and you bake them. And I bought a fun little donut maker for this. Okay, so this woman makes a box of cake mix, but instead of using 3 eggs, she uses 2. But she keeps the rest of the recipe the same. Okay, so she just reduces the egg by 1. She mixes it up, puts it in a little squeeze tube, and fills the donut cavities and bakes. This seems simple enough. I'm gonna go overboard on this one and make a glaze to dip them in at the end. Okay, so let's do red velvet donuts, because that seems like weird and like, has that ever happened? I'm just gonna follow the box, except for the reduction of 1 egg. Do a 1/2 cup of oil. Cup of water. Yo, I get these big old things of oil at Costco. They come in 2 packs. I mean, and I burn through them. Think about what's like pulsing through my veins right now. Just like cake and oil. It's disgusting. All right, we'll mix this bad boy up. I'll be shocked if this works.
Any icing bags?
I do have icing bags, but you know what, Dan? I'm a man of the people, and I feel like most people don't have icing bags. But you know what I'm saying? I want to see if this works in just the everyman house.
This is why you're the best, John.
I know. I really do it for the people. Yeah. Okay, so what I did is I took my cocktail shaker and put the bag inside, and then that just makes it so that I can fill without making a mess. It looks like I'm transporting like an organ at the hospital. You know what? I should read the instructions. I never read instructions, and I'm always like wishing I had. Bake for 1.5 minutes. And then we're gonna fill each cavity. Okay, and they said do 3/4 full. Okay, maybe that's good. I'm gonna shut this. Oh, these are mini donuts. Like I still have a ton of batter left. It's giving placenta.
You're sick.
I am sick. Oh no, it's steaming? Oh, it's 90 seconds. Let's see. That feels too quick. I feel like there's gonna be a gooey mess, but... Oh, ye of little faith. You know what's crazy? I was just saying ye of little faith, and I was like, what if I was alive in like Shakespeare times? Imagine my personality in the olden days. Like, I would have been cooked. It says now to bake for 4 minutes. That seems 90 seconds and then 4 minutes. I don't get it. I'm gonna follow my instructions. Why would it take longer on the second side? So let's make a glaze. I need powdered sugar and milk, and that's it. Oh, and butter melted. Okay. All right, so let's make a glaze. Oh my God, I'm on Chopped. I would do so bad on Chopped. Okay, come on, quick. Oh no, the buzzer's counting down. No.
1 minute, 17 seconds.
No. Okay, I'm just gonna cook it in this. That's weird. I've never done that before. I don't know if it'll work, but... Oh, I need food dye. I need to dye it. Hang on. Oh no. Oh. Ow! Everybody's yelling at me. It's really down to the wire. Hey, what are you eating? No, we're on Chopped. No. Oh my God. Okay, come on. Oh no.
I gotta say, I think the donut timer's done.
Okay, but they're not burnt, right? Okay. Enough, just flick them out. Go. Overcooked. but that's what they told me to do. You know what I mean? I followed the instructions. Ready, you guys? Let's dunk. But not bad. Hey, not bad, you guys. My first ever homemade cake mix donut. Here's what I'll say. It tastes like a cake donut. It just tastes baked. So it's not as like indulgent as a regular donut, but it definitely doesn't just taste like cake. You know what I mean? There's like a crispy outside that you wouldn't get with a cake. There's a fluffy, light, donut-y inside. It's a cake donut. These are pretty good. I'm gonna give this a solid B+. I'm just seeing now that the box that the donut maker came in, Cornbread took the packaging and is chewing it in his crate. Okay, this next one is bizarre and I'm very excited to try it. We are gonna try soda can cake.
Today we're making soda cake. Did you know you can make cake with just soda?
No.
Apparently they're really good and soft.
All right, so it looks like there's different flavor combinations. You have the cake mix and then you have the soda. She does lemon with Mountain Dew, which I definitely want to try. Red velvet apparently pairs well with Dr. Pepper. Chocolate with Coca-Cola, which I've put Coke in my chocolate cake before and it is really good. And then carrot cake is paired with Canada Dry. Which one should I do? I'm not gonna do all of them. That's too much cake. I think I'll do lemon and Mountain Dew because that seems insane. And then I think I wanna do red velvet and Dr. Pepper. Is that fun? So here's what I don't really understand. She replaces all of the additions with just a can of soda. Could that be right? I don't know about this, you guys. So there's 7.5 fluid ounces in this. We need 12 ounces of soda. So I'm gonna do the whole can plus like half a can. And then in the chocolate cake, we're gonna add Dr. Pepper. Y'all, I don't like this one bit. It's like foamy. Sorry, is this cake mix or is it cake foam? It smells like Mountain Dew. That's freaking bizarre. That doesn't look like it should go on my body. I was a little harsh. Once they settle down, they look a little normal and I'm not as freaked out by it. Top tip, you can buy these online. These parchment paper inserts make cake release so much easier. I still like to spray down the sides. Okay, so I'm gonna pour these into their respective pans and bake them up. You guys see the Mountain Dew Baja Blast pie that they were selling at Taco Bell? Wow, look, so much air is coming out of them. This goes in, bake up nicely. All right, our cakes are ready. Now here's what I'll say about this hack. I can't tell you the last time my cakes baked up this flat with no dome top. We'll taste them once they cool. Okay, so these did bake up nice and flat, which I'm thrilled about. We'll try the Dr. Pepper one first. Dr. Pepper, baby, is good and nice. Doo-doo-doo. Okay, first thing I'm noticing, it's incredibly crumbly, falling apart. That is because there's no eggs in it, and eggs help bind your cake batter together and gives it a little bit of structure, and this just doesn't have any eggs. No, no ma'am, no ma'am. Wow, that's offensive. Gloopy, very stodgy is like an understatement. It tastes like I'm eating a mud pie. Oh, that's awful. Let's try the Mountain Dew lemon cake. Nope. No, flavor-wise, awful. Never put Mountain Dew in a cake. That's insane. This one, I didn't really taste the Dr. Pepper. Texture-wise, they're equally bad. This is not it. Do not do this. Yeah, F. Honestly, F. I would not serve this to my worst enemy. All right, next up, mug cakes.
I'm about to share with you my best snacking secret.
Says her best snacking secret is mug cakes. This woman is using something called the 3-2-1 method to make a mug cake. You do 3 tablespoons of cake mix, any flavor, 2 tablespoons of water, and 1 tablespoon of powdered milk. Why does her mug say arse on that? All right, let's try it. So we're gonna measure out 3 tablespoons of cake mix into my Scrub Daddy mug. Not sponsored, but if they wanna sponsor me, honey, I'd take it. I love Scrub Daddy. I love Scrub Mommy more. I talked about it on Try Guide.
Sponge mommies work twice as hard and are the same price.
I think I should double the recipe. 2 tablespoons of water, although we're gonna do 4 because I'm doubling the recipe. It's the 3-2-1 method, folks. And then 1 tablespoon of powdered milk. I've never used powdered milk before. Have you guys? Ways to enjoy instant milk. in smoothies, to bake into muffins, and to add to sauces. Okay, so now I'm gonna mix this up, and I don't want to dirty another spoon. I'm just gonna use this. Mix, mix, mix. Just want to make sure I'm getting everything in the nooks and crannies.
And we're gonna do 1 minute.
1 minute in the microwave.
I did 50 seconds because
She did 50 seconds because she likes a gooey center. I like a gooey center. Okay, let's do 50 seconds. Oh my God, we're so similar. 50, start. Oh, y'all. Y'all, it's got a gooey center, I can already tell. Sorry, you know what this is giving? Souffle. It looks like a souffle. I love gooey. I love when things aren't baked fully. That's why I love crumble cookie. I hate it. Wait, the texture is awful. Oh, I hate it. Oh, it's so unpleasing. It tastes like I'm eating a wet rat. This is awful. It's like tough. Oh no. I really don't like that at all. D rating. All right, our next hack is actually not a cake mix hack, but a pre-made or pre-packaged frosting hack, which I thought would be fun since we're making so many cakes. We might as well zhuzh up some frosting, see how that goes. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, this woman's saying that this is a cheat for frosting that tastes more homemade, but that isn't from scratch. So she takes an entire can of any vanilla or cream cheese flavored frosting she says works, some vanilla extract, and a little bit of powdered sugar, 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup. Here's my feeling, okay? Sometimes with these hacks, I'm like, well, if you're doing all that, just make it from scratch, right? So like making homemade American buttercream is really similar to this. You just need butter instead of frosting. And this tub of frosting was like $2.20 or something. And like, I don't know, a pack of butter is $4, but once the math is mathing, I feel like making homemade would be just as inexpensive. But let's see. I have a hunch that this is gonna be super sweet because canned frosting is already so sweet. So why am I adding more sugar to it? We wanna make it more stable, but do we wanna make it more sweet? I don't know. Vanilla, always measure with your heart. So let's beat it. Whenever you put powdered sugar in a KitchenAid, you have to start on the lowest setting or else you're gonna get like a dust cloud of powdered sugar all over your kitchen. It's a mess. All right, I beat that frosting up. Honestly, not thrilled with how it looks. Though we incorporated as much air as we possibly could, it's just not taking, so it's not getting light and fluffy. In fact, it's kind of getting droopy and sad. You're gonna spend just the same amount of money, maybe a little bit more. You're gonna make a homemade American buttercream. It's gonna be much better, and this tastes like chemicals. I just don't think it made it better. I think it just made it more like gloopy and weird. This is a fail for me. I'll give this a C-. Okay, next up, the hack I'm most excited about today. We are making cake mix cinnamon rolls, and I am doing funfetti.
Cake box, cinnamon rolls. Let me show you how to make them Natasha's way.
Love your accent. Oh my God. Okay, so she is using a whole box of funfetti cake mix. She's also taking some warm water and active dry yeast.
Pack of active dry yeast.
Some water, some flour, and make some dough that we're gonna try to make ourselves. Oh God, I love her. Look at her, she's great. So in order to activate the yeast, we have to sprinkle it on warm water. We're gonna take the cake mix, pour it in our bowl, and then 2 cups of flour. I guess you just need to increase the flour and gluten content in this. Okay, so we're gonna pour this into our bowl, and I'm just gonna sort of mix like by hand. Interesting, wow. It's so funny. It looks like funfetti batter. Kind of smells like a hoppy, sourdoughy bread. Hopefully this dries out a little bit. I followed the instructions to a T, but it's feeling very wet still. We never said my kitchen was sanitary. Honestly, you guys, like just because I have a knowledge of how to bake, I just need to add more flour. I know she didn't, but like this is not gonna work if I don't. Okay, I'm gonna cover up this bowl and let it rest for about an hour. We'll check back in on it later. All right, I let that sit for over an hour. I don't like what I see. It's still very wet, you guys. Honestly, I'm gonna go on a limb and say this isn't gonna work. I'm gonna take the dough out of the bowl and I'm gonna try my best to salvage this. Did I not follow the instructions right? It's not doing what I want it to do. All right, let's give it a shot. Let's give it the old college try, right? All right, let's roll this bad boy out and see what happens. Next, you take some melted butter and just sort of brushes it on the entire thing. All right, then we're gonna take a half a cup of brown sugar. And by half a cup, I mean a full cup. And then we're gonna sprinkle with a ton of cinnamon. Cinny. All right, let's roll this bad boy up. I'm just making disgusting noises. You know what I mean? I'm trying my hardest, people. Okay, so to cut these evenly, I'm gonna cut down the center, and then cut down the center of that, and cut, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're only gonna do centers. They're just wet. It's just wet, and I tried my best, and I followed the instructions to a T. We got our baking tray, spray with Pam. Okay, great, I let these rise for another half hour, and let's get them in the oven. I'm hungry. What I would do normally is pour some heavy whipping cream at the base of the pan. Do you remember when I did that in my TikTok dessert hack video? But the recipe doesn't call for that. So I'm gonna be a good boy and follow the exact recipe. Let's bake! I'm gonna call customer support. All right, so I've been on hold for 18 minutes and 30 seconds. They told me it would be 5 minutes. Oh yeah, okay, I think these are done. They're like on the edge, but I don't wanna overcook them. So, so we're gonna take a can of this store-bought Fun Freddy frosting and spread it on top. Oh, that's a lot of frosting. Like in my cake making, everything has to be so perfectly frosted. Oh my God, that looks good. So here's my feeling. It looks cinnamon rolly. The texture is giving kind of cakey though, which is not necessarily what I want in a cinnamon roll. So I wonder if this is gonna taste like a cake, just in like the form of a cinnamon roll. Bon appetit. Yeah, it's a slightly cakey texture, slightly cinnamon roll texture. It's like a hybrid of a cake and a cinnamon roll. I'm pretty sure it's delicious, but just let me think about it for 1 second. It's good. It's definitely good. I think the reason I'm a little torn is because I don't think I like this as much as a cinnamon roll. It was easier to make than a cinnamon roll, so that's a plus, but not by much. I'll give it a B. I'm pleased with it, but I also think with this effort that we put into this, you could just make regular cinnamon rolls. Betty, are you there? No, still on hold. So let's recap. This was a pretty successful day. Most of the things I really liked, some of them I thought were offensive. So the best things today were definitely those pink, like crumble style cookies, as well as the dump cake, as much as I hate to say it. And then the worst things were the mug cake, and even worse than the mug cake, I think the soda cakes. Those were offensive. Stay far away. Hello? Also on the naughty list, I'm gonna put Betty Crocker customer care. It's been 30 minutes and they haven't picked up. So rude. Let me know which TikTok hack video you wanna see next. This was a fun one, but it was a little too sugary. So can we do one that's less sugary? Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Betty, you can't do this to me. I took you out on a beautiful date. I told you things I've never told anybody. You caressed me and made me feel seen. Betty, please answer.